UFC 304 is this Saturday, and we are back in the UK. We have two title fights. Tom Aspinall taking on Curtis Blades for the heavyweight championship. No, I'm not saying interim. Leon Edwards taking on Bilal Muhammad for the welterweight championship. It's a really fun card. If you want my full breakdown, a little bit longer breakdown, check out my video from a couple days ago. This is going to be more of a quick picks and giving all my favorite bets and the bets that I already have locked in on this card. I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way to the top. So let me know any bets you already have locked in. And make sure you click the subscribe button, like the video. Really helps out a lot. I do these for all the UFC cards, and I'm starting to do more for the smaller promotions as well. So let's get right into it, man. First fight on the night. Not one I have a whole lot to say about. Shauna Bannon taking on Elise Ardeline. I just wouldn't bet this fight. If you're doing it, it's dog or pass. It looks like some money's coming in on Elise. Yeah, I mean, that's probably rightfully so. Should she be the underdog? Probably. She has things short notice, terrible level of competition when she's fought anybody legit. She's gotten steamrolled, but Shauna shouldn't be a favorite, this big of a favorite really against anybody. So it's dog or pass. I'll pick Shauna Bannon. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go Elise Ardeline. I'll pick Elise Ardeline to get the upset. I think it's like 50-50. Give me the underdog. Mick Parkin taking on Lucas Brzezinski. Yeah, I think Mick Parkin wins. I was looking at a handicap for Brzezinski. I think him winning a round, especially the way Mick fights, especially if he's not wrestling for all three rounds. It could be close. Brzezinski will throw volume, so I might play a handicap, but I haven't bet it yet. But I will pick Parkin to win by decision. Let's move on. Next up, we got Sam Patterson taking on Kiefer Crosby. I think Sam Patterson's going to just steamroll this dude. I think it should be a big favorite. But, I don't hate a Crosby round one KO. Patterson is there to be hit. He's got the classic tall man syndrome. That long neck's there to be choked. We talked about it. But I'll take Sam Patterson. First round submission, rear naked choke. Next up, we got Muhammad Makayev taking on Manel Kopp. I got Makayev here. I do think Kopp's always dangerous. Solid takedown defense, good striking. We got to make sure the fight happens. Hopefully, Kopp makes weight. Makayev's not sick, but hey, at least Makayev fought. But I think Makayev finds ways to win. He is young. Kopp is the more experienced guy, so that does worry me. But I got Makayev here at minus 120. I just think he's gonna be the minute winner here. As long as he doesn't get finished, I think he should win. Also, home turf doesn't hurt. We move on. Oban Elliott taking on Preston Parsons. I also like Parsons here. I told you I was going to be betting him. I was waiting to see what happened with the line. I got him at minus 135. I think he should be a bigger favorite. I think he's got Oban covered. I did not like what I saw. I'm sorry about that. Oban's first performance. Wasn't a huge fan of that. Val Woodburn is just, not somebody who should be going life and death with. I mean, he is tough, but taking you down, knocking you down. I think Preston's got him covered here. I don't think he'll knock him out, but I could see a submission. I'm gonna lean towards the decision. I might bet the fight goes the distance. I saw it was like even. It was like plus 105. I might bet that, but I could see a submission happening. And both guys have been clipped, but I'll go Preston Parsons by decision. We move on. Next fight, we got Modestas Bukauskas taking on Marcin Prachnio. This is another really weirdly low level fight. I don't know what, maybe they don't like, they're trying to punish Makayev for some of these performances, or they think Kopp's going to miss weight, or why that's so low. But the fact this is above it, when that's like title implications as well, is wild. This is a low level fight, man. Neither guy you can trust. So, I would just automatically go with Prachnio in a fight like this. He throws more volume. It's probably going to decision. I don't hate the fight goes the distance. But we have seen both guys clipped and finished. Kind of dangerous at light heavyweight when both guys have been finished several times. But, I see this fight going 15. Actually, if there's a finish, it's going to be Prachnio. I could see Prachnio clipping him and knocking him out. Yeah, I mean, I feel like early in the week I was feeling Prachnio knockout, but now I feel like it could be a staring contest where Prachnio just throws more. But regardless, I feel like Prachnio should be a slight favorite. So give me Prachnio. Torn between the decision and the knockout, honestly. Like 50-50 on that. Callan Loughran taking on Jake Hadley. I think Loughran's got him covered, honestly. I'm just really not trying to parlay. Otherwise, I'd probably have money on this. I think he should win, but I'm just like, if I don't want to bet the money on straight, then I just not betting it right now. Because the only thing I've been losing in 2024 is parlays. I've been killing it on props, straight bets. So I think Callan's got him covered. I think as long as he doesn't get submitted, he should win this fight. I think the striking's decently close, but they'll probably grapple a decent bit. And Hadley just gives up takedowns. He gives up top position. Loughran's tough. He's durable. Should be able to survive the grappling. So give me Loughran by decision, but probably just going to be a stay away. Next up, Molly McCann taking on Bruna Brazil. I think this is a favorable matchup for Molly, man. They know what they're doing. They're trying to get her, on another little run. I think she could finish Bruna. I think she probably will finish Bruna. So I'm going to take Molly by TKO. I'm just not super impressed by Bruna, man. She doesn't do a lot. I think Molly could just outwork her, and we've seen girls push her back and kind of bully her. So I think that's the perfect fighter for Molly to kind of look good again. So I think she will. I think she gets the TKO. We move on to another UK fighter that's probably going to, look good. Nathaniel Wood, Daniel Pineda. Nathaniel Wood is small for this division. Otherwise, I'd be steaming this. But, we've seen Pineda finish a ton. He's kill or be killed. He's never won a fight by decision. He's just, he's going for it. He typically wants to get on top of you and submit you. But, he'll also throw big, heavy shots. And we've seen Wood's chin clipped. Overall, I think Wood should be filling out for the division. He should be able to not, he was just getting kind of bullied by Muhammad. Oh wow, dude just fought Felipe Lima, Muhammad Naimov. Yeah, I wanted to call him Nimkov, but Nathaniel Wood is the better striker. Really better, more technical everywhere. But Pineda's dangerous. He's probably just overall still the bigger guy. I'll take Nathaniel Wood by submission in the second round, but that first round's going to be dangerous. Arnold Allen, Giga Chikadze. I think Allen's the more well-rounded guy. He should be a favorite, but minus 250 against Giga, and when you're a striker, you're not like a dominant wrestler. It's a little scary because if you're gonna, this is probably gonna play out on the feet 75% of the time at least, and that's dangerous against somebody like Giga. He is getting a little older. People don't really talk about that too often, but and he hasn't been super active. I like the activity from Allen, but it is I think he's a live dog, but I will go Allen, more well-rounded guy. When they're grappling, he should have the advantage. Or should have a strength advantage. Should be able to win the clinch battle. So give me Arnold Allen here. I'm gonna take him by decision. We move on. Christian Leroy Duncan taking on Gregory Rodriguez. I really like this fight. It's super fun. I mean, I don't know if I'd put this above Muhammad Makayev, Manel Kape, but I do think this is probably going to be a finish, and I'm going to lean on the more durable guy. Duncan never been finished, had a ton of amateur fights, and had a decent amount of professional fights at this point, not as many as G-Rod, but ton of amateur career, never been finished via strikes. Has he been submitted either? I don't think he's even been submitted either. Even amateur. Maybe amateur a long time ago? Never been finished. And, G-Rod, if he gets him down, is going to be super dangerous. I'm going to be sweating. But I got CLD bet at, I think I said plus 125 in the first video. Nah, it was minus 125. I wish it was plus 125. But, some people got, plus money on CLD. Congrats. I can't believe I'm betting against Gregory. He's made me a lot of money in the past. And, when I don't like to do that. I like to ride that train until the wheels fall off. But in this scenario, I feel like he's going to mostly strike. And in some of these fights, he's winning me money on. He's not going in there and doing the fight. He's not taking the path of least resistance. And I think he's going to mostly strike with Duncan. I'm going to lean on the guy who's probably the more technical striker, even if he doesn't have as much power as Gregory, and the more durable guy, at least from what we've seen. So give me CLD to get the knockout. I'm going to say second round. We move on to another fun fight. Bobby Green, Patty Pimblett. This is a fight where I feel like stylistically, Bobby presents a lot of problems. This was a couple years ago. I'd be really confident, but we have seen the chin compromised, knocked out a couple times, including probably the worst knockout I've ever seen with Jalen Turner. Disgusting, honestly, just so bad. And Patty Pimblett does have power. The thing he doesn't have is striking defense. His chin's there to be hit. Bobby's got quick hands, good boxing, the slicker striker, good takedown defense too, and hasn't been submitted in 12 years. So, if Patty doesn't get to his back in like the first round, I don't really see a submission happening. It's gonna be tougher. I actually think Bobby could take him down. I don't think it'd be smart because Patty gets to your back, especially early when you're dry and he's fresh. It's gonna be tough, but I think Bobby's gonna be tough for him to just take down and submit. Um, if you're not Islam, like who's just taking Bobby down and dominating him? But and on the feet, he's the more technical striker. As long as he doesn't get blasted and knocked out, I think he should be like lighting Patty up. But if it's close, we've seen Bobby. He's like the king of losing close decisions, especially when he probably should have won. And Patty, you would think they wouldn't want to make it too obvious with another one. But if it's close, who are they going to want to give it to? The older aged veteran with 15 losses, or a guy who's on a run that they're trying to build, one of the bigger stars in his home turf? Like, come on. So does scare me, but I gotta go with the guy who, like, on paper, stylistically, everything points to Bobby. So give me Bobby. And he's not a big finisher though, which scares me. So unless Patty really leaves his chin up there and gets clipped, it's probably by decision. So it's gonna have to be dominant. But we'll take Bobby by decision, but that is scary in the UK. Co-main event time, Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades, technically a rematch. I had Blades in the first fight, but, I'm not somebody who's like, oh, that was the side. It's like, it's all good, man. Injuries happen. Like, we didn't get to see the fight play out. Now, people are like, oh, nah, Aspinall was the side. It's like, okay, you got to chill out too, though. Like, you won't hear me saying it was the side, but we didn't get to see what the side was. Like, I guess you could say, like, Tom's the champ now, so minus 160, okay, yeah, like, fair, but like, I don't know. Blades at this point, like when have we seen him as this big of a dog? He has been knocked out by the biggest power punchers the UFC's seen, but Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, and Sergey Pavlovich, who we did maybe that win didn't age, or that loss didn't age super bad for him. Like the win didn't age super well for Tom either, but with Pavlich's last performance, but still super powerful. And he clipped Aspinall, and Aspinall's credit to his chin, but he did get hit. And Blades does have solid striking. Obviously, wants to get to the grappling, trained at elevation his whole career. We've never seen Aspinall get to a third round. I think Aspinall should win. We've seen, he's a big finisher early. We've seen Blades finished early plenty of times. So I think Aspinall should be the favorite, but I would honestly line him about what it was the first fight. Minus 160, minus 200. Minus 160, minus 220, like max. So I think this line is off. So I bet Blades plus 310. He's still like right around there, at least plus 305. I think I saw this morning. So I think 3-1 Blades against anybody. Maybe not John Jones, just because stylistically, like it might be tougher. But like there's question marks still. We haven't seen Aspinall in a third round. We haven't seen anybody really wrestle him. So I'll take Blades. We move on to the main event. Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad. I think Leon's got him covered. I have him in the parlays with Rose. Bilal's tough. I'm not underestimating him. I just think Leon's the champ. I think he'll knock Shavkat out. I think Bilal will make it to the decision. But give me Leon. You guys know. I just think we saw the first fight. It was competitive. I'm not saying he was destroying it, but he was winning. I think he should be the favorite. I think he will win this fight. I think the fight's primarily going to be on the feet, and I think he's the better striker, going to be just one step ahead. So I'm not counting him out, Bilal out, but I do just think Leon is the champ for a reason. I have him parlayed up with Rose, and I have that Rose go to decision. So those obviously I only need Leon plus 117, plus 113 to cash those two. I have Blades plus 310. I have Duncan minus 125. I have Makayev minus 120, and I have Parsons minus 135. Those are my bets. Those are my picks. Good luck. Like the video. Click subscribe. Let me know in the comments your favorite bets. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch y'all on Twitter. Hit 10K, so appreciate that. And all the subs on here, man. See y'all later. I'll catch you Sunday. Peace.